Hello, this is my presentation for my cultural bag. Um, these are all my items that I'll be presenting today. My name is Edgar Baca, and here we go. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is my stethoscope here, and it describes my time in the medical field and how it's helped me, or how it's helped shape my communication with not only the people that I work with, my patients, but also people outside of work as well. It's helped me become a lot more confident in myself, um, especially since a lot of times in my job I've been in very pressurized situations where you have to learn how to effectively communicate with people in those stressful situations. So it's definitely helped me out with that tremendously. Um, Second thing is this helmet, this Mandalorian helmet. It represents more of my real self. Being a fan of Star Wars, I've been a fan since I was a kid, and I've taken a lot of life lessons away from Star Wars. To look out for the people you care about, like your friends and family, to stand up for what's right, and to see the good in people despite what they might have done. And more recently, in the show The Mandalorian, they made it a point to outline the loyalty of what it means to be, what it takes to be a Mandalorian, about loyalty and solidarity, and that really resonates with me because I very much uphold those ideals as well. Next is the walking stick right here. One of my hobbies is hiking. Like I like going out in nature, and being just to kind of help me get away from everything. I feel like so much in our everyday lives we just get caught up with our responsibilities, just hectic day-to-day things, work, school, what have you, and it helps me come back to who I am. Because like I said, it's so easy to get caught up in just life, and I feel that's kind of affected my relationships in a way because it kind of helps the people that I care about see that, like, oh well, it might not be hiking that helps me get center myself, but like maybe going on a bike ride or like traveling, so to speak. So I'm glad that that's helped some of my friends out. Next thing is the conchas right here, or Mexican sweetbread. It represents a part of my culture. Oftentimes, I sit down with my parents, my siblings, or my grandma, and we just, either with a little coffee or milk or hot chocolate, we just sit down and we just talk. And, you know, it's very important that they know that I care about them and that I love them, and that's one way of like coming together and talking, and they know that. Family is very important in my culture, and so taking that time to sit down and just talk with them, it not only serves as me catching up with my family, but also lets them know that I still love them and they mean a huge deal to me, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am today. The record player here. Music has been instrumental in the creation of who I am. Kind of threw a little pun in there. Music, I feel, is a great unifier. Uh, we could be from completely different countries, but if, like, let's say the Wu-Tang Clan or Deadmau5 started playing and we both happen to like the same music, um, those boundaries, those things that make us separate, like, someone from Japan or me here from the United States, they just kind of erode, and just we start relating to each other based on the music, and it gives us a chance to communicate on that level, no matter where we may be from. And a lot of my friendships are derived from the music that we listen to, just because we can relate to that. This right here, the Icelandic wine. When I traveled to Iceland, I had an amazing experience. I, talked to a lot of different people. The sights, the food, had a great time. But my biggest takeaway when I was there was the people. People who, by all intents and purposes, I was a foreigner, and treated me with nothing but respect and kindness. And I really appreciated that. It kind of helps me now going forward be more understanding and more mindful of people from different cultures, so I can treat them with dignity and respect, or more dignity and respect. The black sand. I know you can't really see it, but there's sand in here. The sand from in here is from a beach in Iceland called Reykjanes. The black sand is from volcanic rock that's eroded over centuries with the water there. And the reason I bring that up is when I was there, it was a turning point for me. It helped me do an introspection of my real self and my presenting self, and I was able to see what I needed to do to become a better version of both sides, not only of course for myself but for the people around me and the people I interact with, both professionally and outside the workplace. Lastly, the weightlifting belt. Growing up, I was never the most fit kid. I always struggled with my weight and my self-image. As I got older, I started working out more to feel better about myself. But more recently, I started getting into powerlifting. And it has been instrumental in improving my self-image and my self-esteem. People have commented how I look, but also how I present myself. I feel more confident, I seem more positive, and it's also helped with communicating with others because I come off as confident and as positive and as calm, and that is something a lot of people look for when you want to establish your communication, whether it's interpersonal or even impersonal. You don't want to come up to someone and just talk to them and they have a mean face, or they look tired, or just sad or frustrated all the time. So I credit powerlifting to helping me become a better version of myself. And it's not just a hobby for me. It's a way of life, and I'm grateful for that. But these have been the items that have been instrumental in shaping who I am. This is my Appreciation for Cultural Bag. This is Edgar Vaca, and thank you for listening.